Welcome back, everyone, to the Nevin Shapiro Show. I'm Mike Tirado. I'm here with Nevin Shapiro. And today, we got some more intel on the strength and conditioning coach. Miami also hired another strength and conditioning coach. And we're going to do an old segment that we used to do when we first started the show with fan questions only and statements. A lot of you guys commented on our last video, our best video so far, crazy enough. And we're going to address a lot of the questions that you guys wanted to ask Nevin. So we have him here for Nevin to answer today. And before we do start, we are going to do our giveaway at the end of the show for the Nevin Shapiro Snitches Get Stitches shirt. So stick around into the end. I'm going to have Nevin pick a winner, and then we're going to give it away.
I'm going to give away a lawsuit.
Give away a lawsuit at the end of the show. So stick around for that. Before the video starts, click the subscribe button real quick. We're dropping videos every week. We're now sponsored by BTN Connect, which is backed by Athlete Narrative, the all-in-one recruiting platform getting kids seen, signed, and to the next level. And of course, as we start every show, let's get into the action.
And by the way, I have a public service announcement later on in the show.
You want to do it later? You want to do it now?
I'm going to do it later.
Okay.
For the University of Miami fan base, I think they deserve to know. I'm going to give them something.
Okay. Well, there you go. Stick around. So let's start it off, though. You know, now that Coach Feld left, right, they just hired Irving Young as their strength and conditioning coach. He was with us from 2002 to 2003. He left for a little and went to Missouri, and Mario has brought him back. He was our assistant strength coach at the time. You know, what did you think about that hire?
I don't have any opinion of it. You know, he's part of the fabric from before. You know, I'm a big Andrew Swayze fan. Andrew Swayze, Coach Swayze, as I know him, was just an epic figure internally with the former players. As a matter of fact, my first awards banquet that I went to, which was before we won the national title, the 2001, the Epic team, every guy that came to the podium was thanking Coach Swayze. I really didn't know who that was. I had heard, but I didn't. Man, what an epic figure he was. So I've always been a pro Swayze guy. I hated when he left. I think Mark Richt let him go, and it was over not even his coach, his technique stuff. I think it had to do with some paperwork or certificate stuff. I don't know. That was what I was told. I've always been a big fan of his, and you know, I don't like to break from tradition, and he was part of that Miami fabric. But I'm sure that the newly appointed coach has, you know, roots here, and I'm cool with it. If that's the move, that's the move. I don't have much of an opinion on that. I just don't like the way the other guy left based on the things we've learned. And, you know, people, I guess, have responded to, like, the way we hear it or the shit we get.
100%.
And that's part of the public service announcement that's coming later,
okay,
as far as, like, what we hear and how we get it. And it's not going to stop.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, Nev, we actually have some more intel on Aaron Field.
Oh,
you know,
really?
That came in.
Yeah, well, you're my source now.
Yeah, I know.
It's so cool, man. What do you know, Mike?
Well, you know, you were actually here for this conversation specifically. But yes, you know, I do hear a lot from, you know, what's going on.
Yeah, I'm going to harass you from now on.
Good. I love it. So we had a very close internal source that Aaron Field was getting in some very heated arguments with Mario Cristobal amongst the players, so much so that they couldn't even hash things out. And due to that, Aaron had to make his departure. That's how bad it got.
Yeah.
You know, what's your, I mean, I just think it's not good to do in front of your players. I mean, if you're going to do that, it's got to be behind closed doors.
There's a number of petty nuances we could discuss probably every single show. At the end of the day, and this is really, truly at the end of the day, it's how many games is he going to win? And I keep saying that, right? Forget all the bullshit, you know, and the Carson back and the girlfriend stuff and this and that, getting the car stolen. You know, this is all noise because there's nothing going on. There's no games being played. We're the current national champions of recruiting, right? That's what matters if you watch social media. It's about the games. Like, no one's going to give a shit about Coach Feld and this and that. None of it's going to matter come September, August, and the last day of August. It's just there's nothing else to talk about right now. You know, Mario Cristobal, a lot of things we hear, we've shared. You're not going to like everybody. Not everyone's for everyone. I'm sure there were plenty of people that didn't care for Nick Saban. At the end of the day, it's production. You win a national title, they're going to love you. You don't, you're going to get fucking dish-ragged. I think we're way past the point of bullshit. He can't hose the fan base at this point in time. I'm on Mario. I'm on his train to win. He's got the. I moved the record up.
Yeah.
And the only reason I even gave us 2 losses is because I got to put the Mario factor in there. I don't trust him to go undefeated. That's it. Otherwise, I'd say undefeated. We can win every game. We have enough talent where we should win every game, right? So, getting back to your original question, I'm not big into the petty nuance shit. I'm really not. Like it's like elementary, high school talk. I don't care about it. You know, if this is how this guy wants to run his program, run it how you want, man. You better fucking win. Like, no one gives a fuck.
No, yeah. Yeah, my only concern was it was in front of the players. That's the only thing I didn't like that I heard.
You know, he's not the first. He's not going to be the last coach to air shit out. You know, some guys want to be that, I'm the guy. I'm the dictator. This is who I am. Okay, maybe that's who he is, right? If you win, it's cool. If you don't, dictate your own fucking move out.
Yeah, that's true. So let's get into this fan questions only statements and questions.
Man, throw me give me a million of them.
All right.
Good, bad, and indifferent. Love it.
Love it. Coleman Denify, I hope I'm saying that right. That's his tag. So what he said was, I really want you guys to discuss how important strength and conditioning coach is to this program. We have not been the same since Tommy Moffitt.
Yeah, big statement and an accurate statement in question. You know, Nebraska back in the day, before you're a younger generation guy.
Big East guy.
Yeah, you know, Nebraska back in the day, man, they were so dominant, so dominant in the weight room. They had monsters, and that's why they would manhandle people. Now it's the same thing. Obviously, the different supplements and everything that's available in the world today, it's huge. It's huge. You better be ahead of the curve because everyone's got the same advantages and can tap into the same well. It's urgent, man. It's urgent. And where do we live? Where do we play? We play in South Florida. What's the heat? What do you think this stands for? Like anyone who doesn't know, that we're the ones who came up with that. That's us. That means in the fourth quarter, we're doing sand pits in the summertime. Maybe not anymore. We were doing sand pits in the summertime, 110-degree heat, choking for oxygen. And man, you better be ready because you're going to get worn down in the fourth quarter. That's what that meant. That's what it meant. We're here. It's fourth quarter. This is when we play. It's urgent, man. It's not an understated position. It may be the most important position outside the head coach.
Yeah.
Truth be told. Great question.
Yeah, I thought Swayze, I mean, Moffitt was great, obviously, but...
Yeah, I wasn't around, you know, obviously my circumstances, but like, you know, if something's not broke, why fix it? That's the most important guy on the team.
I mean, Deion Sanders is smart enough to go grab him and bring him to Colorado.
Most important guy on the team, man. I'm telling you. And I learned that when I went to that first awards banquet. Not one guy thanked their coach. They all thanked Swayze.
Shows you a lot. Yeah.
Right.
All right, so this next one, part of the reason why I'm actually wearing my Sean Taylor jersey today, and I know you've spoken about it before, but we always get this. So this is from Joe Hayes. That's his name, tag. Tell us your favorite Sean Taylor story from your time at Miami. I don't know if you can come up with another one. You've shared a few.
I mean, I've always shared the jet ski incident with him and DJ Williams, which to me was just more like kids having fun. Well, Halloween, we had this get-together on Lincoln Road. And, you know, there's a lot of freaks that come out on Lincoln Road. But, you know, it's a chance for that element of clientele that hangs out at Lincoln Road, let's just say, to really just dress out and live out their inhibitions. So I'm there with, like, the entire 2002 team. It was the year after the 2001 ride. There's probably about 15 to 20 of us, and it just packed the streets. And all of a sudden, I see this guy coming with a Jason Friday the 13th. I was going to say Freddy Krueger. Jason Friday the 13th mask on and a machete, a fake machete. Man, it was Sean Taylor, man. And it was just so fitting because, like, I love that kid, man. It was just, that to me, it wasn't even a football moment. It was just, he was just a free spirit in that regard, and just, no one even knew it was him. He fit right in with the crowd, except he had a machete and a mask.
That's funny. Yeah, man.
Oh, and none of us knew it was him. That's what the funny part was. And he just showed up and sat there. We're like, yo, what's up, man? We didn't even know it was you. Yeah.
There you go, Joe Hayes. There's your Sean Taylor story. So the next one is from Tony Kidd 199. The linebacker position concerns me. I don't understand how Wesley Bissaint is the starting linebacker. He's not trash, but he's very average.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
I agree with him 100%. I certainly wouldn't call Wesley Bissaint trash, but I think he has had a number of opportunities to really get better, right? He's had enough time. The guy that I really think, and I just saw something in one of the, after I said it last week, this kid, Torre.
Yeah, Mohamed Torre.
Yeah, from the transfer from Rutgers. For some reason, I just got this vibe on that kid, man. I don't know why. I just feel I'm big on him. I think it's because he comes from the Shianu defensive bloodline. I'm high on him. I don't even know why. Like, let me just tell I don't know why I'm high on him. I just think he becomes that guy. And I just so happened to see something in social media saying he was like a sleeper under the radar. I don't know. Maybe it's because he wears number 1, and I just think Jesse Armstead. I just love a linebacker that wears number 1. That's really just a fuck you statement. But I don't have a reason, Mike, but that's my reason.
I mean, the Shiano tree, is
I do my math differently than most.
Yeah. No, it's not a bad prediction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree with him and his assessment on linebackers. I do think they're going to be much improved only because they have to be.
So this one is in response to your uplift of 9-3 to 10-2.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is from Ryan-VQ5UR. If Miami goes 10-2 with both losses being in the ACC, they have a very slim chance of making the conference championship. So, and when you said that statement last week, I thought the same thing. If you had to choose, I guess you would want to choose to lose maybe like a Florida and a Notre Dame.
Of course, you want to lose out of, if you're going to, if you have to take a loss, you want to take a loss out of conference. I don't agree with that, though, because if Miami took those 2 losses like I called SMU, Virginia Tech, and by the way, the reason I called Virginia Tech, I just know how it gets. They're always a pain in the ass. They're a pain in the ass when we play them here, and they're a pain in the ass when we play them there. They're just a pain in the ass. And that's why I picked that game as a loss. Not that we shouldn't win, and we'll be favored. But I just, for some reason, I can't give the Mario Cristobal factor of going undefeated. I won't do it. Last year, he got me, right? Like, I thought we were going undefeated. And if they couldn't navigate that, I don't think they'll navigate this. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
But to answer that specific question, I think SMU, I think a 2-loss ACC team, let's say Clemson. Now, keep in mind, we're just automatically pushing Clemson. That doesn't mean they're going to be there, but they should be, right? So Clemson, let's just say they're in. We're going to give them that automatic bid, per se. I think a 2-loss Miami ACC team, we're in that conversation.
Yeah. I guess he was basing it off of
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's not wrong. I mean, we could miss.
Yeah. Because we missed 10-2 last.
We could miss. Yeah, he's not wrong.
Yeah. No, it's and I am in agreement with you. My record is not as high as yours, right? Mm-hmm. I'm still on this 7-5 train. I mean, I know the fan base is probably going to kill me for continuously saying this, but the last 2 games of the season is where I get nervous. Number 1, the November debacle has happened for Miami for years, and the cold weather. Both games, Virginia Tech and Pittsburgh, are outside games. They're not in a dome, and it's in late November. It's going to be balls cold.
I'm going to step up even more. Barring something unforeseen like Carson Beck getting hurt when we start fall camp.
Sure.
If things remain the same, no injuries, nothing changes, I think we smash Notre Dame. I think we blast them.
Wow. I love it.
I think we blast them.
I hope you're right.
I think we beat them down. I really do. And I'm not even wavering, man. Like I've turned full circle. We have too much talent. Let me look right into the camera. If Miami doesn't win the ACC, okay, it's Mario Cristobal. Because they're loaded, man. They're fucking loaded.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're loaded. Defensively, they've got to be better. They have to be by accident. I mean, they should win the ACC, man. There's nothing to talk about. They better make it. If they don't make it, I'm not showing up for our show if they don't make the ACC championship. You'll have an empty seat.
Come on, Mario.
I'm just saying, man. You'll have an empty seat.
I was going to leave this into the end, but I think it's fitting right now. Mm-hmm. So Danny Cannell, who is a quote-unquote college football expert, came out and said that the Miami Hurricanes will not even make a bowl game this year.
Yeah.
So he's saying 5-7 is essentially what he's saying. He's a Florida State guy. It's a very hot take. That's wild.
Okay.
So I wanted to get your response to this.
Crack kills, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to just drop the pipe. Man, what the fuck is that guy thinking, man? 5-7?
It's what I mean. It's a
Bro,
missing.
I'm already thinking you're nuts at 7-5. So 5-7.
Yeah.
If he goes 5-7, he might as well put that house up for sale. That's not happening. I know Florida State went 2-10. I'm waiting for the next. I already know where you're going.
Yeah.
Florida State went 2. Listen.
That's my only basis on what I can see him per saying. Like, hey, we didn't think last year
He's a fucking hater, man. That guy's always been a hater. We put him to sleep in the Orange Bowl. Carlos Jones picked him off and ran that shit back 12 yards. Man, I was sitting right there, man. Come on. And I like Danny Cannell, by the way, but we're not going 5-7. We're not going 5-7. We're not missing a bowl. Honestly, if we go 7-5, that's bad enough to not even want to go to a bowl anyway.
That's the toilet bowl.
I mean, Pop-Tarts are the standard. Right?
I guess so. It's fucking disgusting to even say.
Yeah. So I'd like to make my public service.
All right, say it now.
So here
we got two more.
So I read a lot of these. Well, you bring me a lot of these comments and this and that, and I see there's a couple, and I'm never going to give these guys credit. These other University of Miami publication per se, and I found it really interesting that we had our most viewed show. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Our most viewed show because of the intel on the Coach
Feld
situation and this and that. So let me be clear. All you University of Miami fans, I'm going to be your watchdog, right? I'm going to be your watchdog. I'm going to let you guys know what it really is. Not what these other fanooks like to bring to you guys. Oh, my God, it's just sun shining and blazing. Birds are singing. They're whistling around us, mockingbirds. Nah, good, bad, and different. We're going to bring it to you. There's nothing Mario Cristobal or any of his staff can do to keep me from getting the information we get. There's nothing he can do. He can lock his players and coaches up. You can't keep the information from reaching us. Would you say that's an accurate statement?
It just finds us at this point.
Listen,
it really just
I am the watchdog. Forget the situation that occurred with me in the program years ago. That was an anomaly. It should never have happened. We're past that. I love the U, okay? We're going to bring it to you the way it is. Not these other guys that are going to tell you, well, the truth of the matter is, if I wanted to, could I not press Calvin Russell's mom and ask her? Could I not? Okay.
Oh my
like these guys, well, maybe that. You know what I mean? We're going to bring it to you raw, man. You're going to get the real shit from me. You're going to get it real and raw. If it's great, it's going to be great. If it sucks, you're getting that too. But we're going to bring it to you real. Love me, hate me. It don't matter. I'm still going to bring you the real information. That's my public service announcement.
I love it because it really just it finds us.
So it is, man. Like that's it. There's nothing you could do. Nothing anyone could do. It's not because I hunt it. I don't even call anyone. I'm Dr. Phil in this bitch.
Everybody comes to spill their Miami shit to you.
Whatever. I have no demons inside. I'm free flowing.
So we got two more left here, Nevin, for the fan questions only. So Juan Dorda-Duque 6028 says, great show, guys. Can you talk about what's happening with a possible new stadium? Did that just fizzle out and die?
Yeah, I don't have an answer to that. I just know that one of the guys who seemed to be running around as John Ruiz's fanboy, maybe he has the answer.
Well, the last thing that I have read on it, I had done a little bit of research when I did see this question. John Ruiz wanted to move the stadium to Tropical Park. Mm-hmm. That was his idea. John Reese is now in a very sticky situation with what's going on in his world. So he's not really involved now. It's really the Moss brothers that are running the show at the University of Miami. So if there is going to be a stadium, if there is going to be anything like that, it would have to go through the Moss brothers at this point.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a tenuous situation. I remember when we moved out of the Orange Bowl, I was part of that group that was shown the tour at the, Hard Rock Stadium. I wasn't happy, for the obvious. That was our shithole. We loved it, and it was hard to win there as an opposing team. It's Dade County, man. It's Dade County. You just don't know what you're getting, and you just don't know. I don't have an answer for that question. I wouldn't trust anything I've heard or what I hear or what could be. You better see it actually go up.
It seems like it's fizzled out and died.
What they should do is, and honestly, they should undo the Marlin Stadium and give us back our Orange Bowl.
I love it. Just rebuild
That's
the
what
OB.
we should do.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. That's my answer.
All right, and the final question. This is actually not even a question. It was a statement, but I loved it so much, and I think you'll get a kick out of it, that I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
Someone goes, if Nevin loves the U, ... then help us behind the scenes then, ... That was his statement. That's all he wrote. And I said, you know what? I'm going to bring that up.
Yeah. Wouldn't you, for our viewers who don't really know what goes on behind the scenes, would you say I try?
I would say that you're a very intricate part, very behind the scenes.
Do I not
in the
try?
Lions Den. Yes.
People, just so you know, man, this is Mario Cristobal's show. It starts and ends with him. The Moss brothers write the check. Mario receives the check. It's his show. I love the U, man. What would make me happier than to see us back in our old glory?
Yeah.
Are we going to get those Miami teams that we used to have? Nobody's going to ever get that. Are we ever going to get Michael Jordan? No. So you're never going to get those Miami teams. That was a time and a place that was special. But that doesn't mean we can't be great again and be a dominant program and be the standard for college football. I'd love it to happen. If ever I could assist that process, I would. I won't lose sleep over it like it's my dying wish, but I'd love to see it happen.
Yeah.
That's my best answer, and I appreciate the pledge.
Thought it was interesting. I said, I'm going to bring that up. Okay. So
yeah, those are my thoughts, man.
Yeah.
I'm certainly not going to ever recommend a kid go to Tuscaloosa or Columbus, Ohio, or Gainesville, or Georgia. You know what I think about South Florida, man. It's paradise, man.
So before we wrap up the show, like we promised, we're going to be giving away the shirt.
Please get that thing out of my closet.
I'm going to have Nevin here pick one of our followers. We're going to have him pick a winner.
Here, I'm going to just tell you what to do, so I don't even have to touch the phone.
Okay.
Go up 9, down 6. Go up 9, scroll up 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay.
Scroll down 6.
Scroll 6 times.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then go down 3.
3 more?
3 the other way.
Oh, just count?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
That's
our winner. Marty Star 322024. You are our winner of the Nevin Shapiro shirt with the lawsuit. So I will be reaching out to you. I'm going to send you a direct message, and please send me your address, and you will be getting this, and we will be in touch on the details.
You got to give them a timeline to respond, because we don't want to be stuck with this thing.
Yes. 48 hours.
There you go.
48-hour timeline, 2 days.
I say 72 hours. That's what the feds gave me to surrender.
It's fitting. It's more fitting. Okay. 72 hours.
I hear you, Lazo.
72 hours to respond to that. So, guys, thank you guys again for tuning in. Drop a subscribe and a like before you leave. And, of course, as always, we'll catch you on the next one.